And what about Bill? Because, I mean, the remarkable thing is he left office with a 65% approval rating, in spite of Lewinsky case. Incredibly high.
Some would say because of.
Where is he in the campaign? Is it a case of buy one, get one free, or is she putting him in the background?
Well, I mean, he's had that famous remark where he says he wants to be first laddie, which officially he's going to be some kind of free-floating ambassador who will repair America's relations with the rest of the world. Unofficially, he's very important to the campaign. He has made a couple of campaign swings with her. He's made a couple of appearances on his own. He's had a book that's come out in this autumn, so he's been very public with that. They're using him very judiciously in a public way. They don't want him out there overshadowing her. They also don't want to sort of make this issue of dynasty very high profile. You know, they need to keep that on the back. You know, they don't want to make people think about that. But he's he is a huge asset to her campaign. He's got a great political brain. He's a great strategist, and he has a great contacts book.
And when you try and talk to her friends about the state of the marriage, you hit a brick wall. They don't want to talk about it. The New York Times had this statistic about a year ago, where it said that the Clintons were spending 14 nights a month under the same roof.
And that's before the campaign started.
And that's before it started.
Yeah. So there's that. But, I mean, even broader than that, if you talk to any of the inner circle about Hillary and what she's really like, you get these answers back that are so scripted, so programmed, that it's really quite eerie, to the extent that people always say, Hillary likes to laugh. And there was this great moment a few weeks ago where she went on every single Sunday morning chat show in America, all 5. No politician has ever appeared on all 5 at once. And on every show, Hillary, apropos of nothing, let out this huge belly laugh, and it was a little creepy. And the other thing, people will say that Hillary loves to read. She's a voracious reader, and you say, well, what has she read recently? What does she like to read? And no one ever gives you a title, because that would be too revealing. So she's a very opaque personality.
Before we talk about foreign policy, just one last one on the domestic side. Clearly, we've had an election with the 9/11 shadow cast over it. The shadow will be slightly further away this time, but nevertheless still there, especially with Rudy Giuliani running. But what is going to be the signature issue for Hillary if she becomes president? I mean, Bush tried on immigration, he didn't get anywhere. Social security reform, he didn't get anywhere on that either. Is it going to be health care? Is it going to be Michael Moore's sicko? I mean, she failed in the 90s. She's obviously passionate about it. Millions of Americans without insurance. Is that going to be her signature?
She's made 2 big promises. One domestic, one foreign. And the foreign one is that she's going to get American troops out of Iraq, right? And that's nuanced, but that's her big calling card, that even though she was for the war at the beginning, she will now end the war, end Americans' involvement in the war. The second big promise is on health care. And her claim that even though she failed as First Lady to bring in health care reforms, that she is going to do this now.